Okay. Uh, I'm here now. A little bit late, a minute late. Sorry about that. Um, my girlfriend really wanted me to go to bed. But, gotta be on that hustle, gotta be on that grind. I told my woman, no, I'm busy. So, anyway, because next week I'm not going to be streaming, so this is the last week of streaming for a short break, and then I'll be back the following week. Anyways, so we're starting off with the tower. Glad to have you here, Mr. Orc. And I had probably the next few weeks worth of alcohol last night, so not drinking alcohol tonight. Just gonna have a melon soda. You haven't lived until you've had some melon soda. Alright, so we're starting off with the tower. Let me open it up first, and then we'll look at the store page. I also need to look at the store page again and remind me which one this is. Okay, there's the NWJS warning. Good to see you again. And, oh gosh, that's loud. How is it for you? Okay. I'm not really a fan that it just, like, dives right into the game. Because I was just gonna have it sit on the menu. Like, I wasn't ready to actually, you know, get into the game. I was just gonna have it sit on the menu. And I don't think you can skip this. I have no commentary because I was not ready to start providing commentary yet. Really not a fan of when games just kind of launch into things. If it's, you know, like you'll see with some, like, you know, like some anime games, they'll usually start with some sort of opening, but it you know, it's something that you can skip, right? Okay. I'm glad it shows that. Alright, anyways, I can't pause the game, or at least escape is not a pause. Yeah, alright, so I guess arrow keys is all I can do right now. We're just gonna leave it there, so we can take a look at the store pages. Just hang out over there for a moment. Alright, so, these are not in order. There we go. Okay, yeah, so I remember now. So, this is actually a dev submission. The developer of this game reached out kind of nonchalantly. He was just kind of like, what the hell, here's my game if you're interested in playing. And well, I had nothing else lined up for this week, so why the hell not? I'm going to go ahead and play it. It's not something I would normally pick out on my own because it's very RTP. The store page is about as RTP as the game is. So yeah, this is definitely wouldn't catch my attention if I was just browsing itch. I would have flown right by this game. But since he submitted it to me, let's take a look real fast. There is a legend of an ancient power, a power unrivaled by mortals and gods alike. However, the power is said to lie at the top of a mystical tower, and few who've sought it out have ever returned to speak of their journey. Nonetheless, be it out of bravery or foolishness, the legend of this absolute... I forgot to start the time. Oh, well, yeah, we're not starting the timer yet because we haven't actually started the game proper. The legend of this absolute power continues to draw warriors into these mystic woods where the tower, which bends reality, is said to lie. The tower is a fairly short story light dungeon crawl heavy adventure. You play as 4 warriors, Polina, Nicholas, Edward, and Nemun. These 4 warriors seek to climb a magical and enigmatic tower hidden deep in the woods where a power like no other is said to rest. The main focus of this game is exploration, combat, and strategy. Almost the entire game takes place within the tower and is filled with all sorts of dangers and secrets. Will you be able to survive the beasts and traps that lie within, or will you fall like the other warriors who have tried before? Only time will tell. This game is a I will say, you know, for all the, like, talking about, like, how nice Storefront should look and all of that, I will say, occasionally, you know, if it's a free project, sometimes I kind of appreciate some of the just like the dev basically blogging about it. You know, just hearing kind of like, yeah, this is why I made it. You know, a lot of the more personal side of it. If it's gonna be a free game, I like to kind of hear more of the personal stuff from people rather than trying to give me a sales pitch. Because if it's commercial, then you want to pitch a sale. But if it's free, well, you might still want to, you know, have a sale pitch. But maybe you also just, if it's just a hobby kind of thing, it might, the most interesting part of the game might not be the game itself, but the, you know, the person and the development behind it. So, you know, that kind of stuff is, I do appreciate occasionally. It has its place, I should say. Yeah. One thing that caught my attention, I didn't see it in here, I didn't read through it yet, but when I first opened this page up, he did talk about being more of a gameplay first, story second kind of thing, which is the kind of thing that I'm here for. That's how I've preferred my games for as long as I've been a gamer, because, I don't know, I guess I grew up in the earlier days of games where stories, I don't know, that's not entirely true, because you still had Final Fantasy, but for the most part, most games were more gameplay first, story second kind of affairs. It's only kind of like within maybe the past, I would say a little bit more than a decade, kind of starting at the end of the PS3, where you kind of got that Sony blockbuster, which is, you know, the whole walking, talking kind of story affair, like The Last of Us and the new Dad of War games and the Nathan Drake series and stuff like that. That I really hate all that kind of shit. Anyways, that's kind of besides the point. I'm kind of hoping that despite it being RTP, that maybe there's a glimmer of hope in here. Let me get caught up on what Mr. Orcus said before we start. A fairly short game. I low-key expect the game to be shorter than this description. That is a lot of text. Pretty poor store page, zero effort. Yeah, ARM devs just put story first because everyone can come up with a story, but not everyone can make a fun game, gameplay. Yeah, so we'll have to see if he can change that. It's not story first for this game. Okay, good. We'll start the timer. I didn't ignore your comment about melon soda either. I just kind of wanted to focus on the store page. Yeah, I never had melon soda until I came to Japan. So it's Z to interact. But man, when I first had melon soda when I came to Japan, I fell in love with it. It tells me to interact with things. Oh, okay, there we go. I was about to say, what do you interact with? No, I have no idea. So the chat, yeah, so OBS has added it. It's funny because, like, if I go to the YouTube page, yeah, I think it's okay if I show this. I don't think there's anything. Let's pause the timer real fast. I don't think there's anything private on here. So I can show this off. You can see, like, here's the chat, and the heart is not down here. How did you do that? It's only in OBS that it displays this heart thing. Maybe it's because it's my own stream. Maybe that's why. That I don't see it in the chat here. But annoyingly, in OBS, I can't get rid of it. So it's just there, and it's blocking the chat. So it's kind of annoying, actually. So, anyways, nothing I can do about it. Sorry, and like I said, it actually blocks the visibility on the chat for me too. Like kind of the last word. You can kind of see it actually. In the stream itself, you can see that it blocks some of the words. It's what you see in the layout of my stream is not the same as the chat box I have on my screen, but either way, the point is sometimes this heart will cover up words. So if I'm having trouble reading a word or two in chat, sorry, it's because this stupid little heart icon is covering it up. Oh, it's not WASD. So, it would be nice to have, like, in my game, you know, I have it's one of Galv's plugins. It's like, interact icon, or, God, what, that's not what it's called. That doesn't sound right. I don't know, but it's a really basic plugin that just, like, whenever you stand next to something you can interact with, a little icon will pop up. And you can change what that icon is. In my game, I just use the same icon for everything. Action indicator, that's what it's called. Yeah, I really feel like that would benefit this game a lot. Is there dash, by the way? No. Event indicators, yeah, something like that. Locked. I don't know what any of this stuff is, and so far I don't have like a menu that I can access. Do I have to wait for the tutorial prompt before I can actually access it? It seems a little annoying. Oh, and suddenly music! That's just RPG Maker, because there's no fade-in music, right? There's only fade-out. And so the four warriors finally arrived at the base of the tower. Oh. Few who enter this tower ever leave to tell tales of what lies within. Yet these four fearless in their drive won't give up after having traveled this far. Edit the music to fade in on the track, I think that's what it says. Directly. There was no. There was no fade in. It just happened suddenly, as far as I'm aware. If it sounded like it faded in, that's probably because of the ducking on my mic. Because whenever I talk, it ducks the audio down, the system audio down. How difficult do you believe this journey will be? At least I put in parentheses what each of these mean. We'll put on normal mode. Are you sure you wish to play on normal mode? Yes. This will indeed be a difficult journey. However, the four are steadfast in their belief that they can overcome this challenge. Take a deep breath. The travelers set foot within the tower ahead. Oh, that's what you mean. Okay, yeah. Since RM is a shit engine. I'm not arguing with you. That. What's the frame rate? We got 144. It's sort of a... I think that's just RPG Maker being, as you said, a shit engine. That's interesting. Okay. Is this a save point? It is. Is there... Okay, there is a jump mechanic. Yeah. Out of curiosity... Okay, it is direction dependent. We'll stop right there. Anyone that wishes to venture further into this tower and reach the ultimate power that lies at the top must first prove themselves in battle. So they have some plugins in here. Yeah, the transitional effect is definitely not vanilla. If you wish to see that which behind us lies, show us your strength, or you will die. Let's see, it looks a bit shit, but the idea is nice. No idea how they did it. Probably a plugin, I would assume. What do we have for power? Critical hit. Alright. Tactics. Interesting that he stuffed guard into here. So we'll just smash attack and see what happens. That little buff pop-up, it's also plugin. It's weird where he's put the plugin, like where he's put his effort into the plugins and other things that he's just kind of let fall by the wayside. Not heard of a window transition animation plugin. Also, they missed a major opportunity when they didn't make the enemies speak in rhymes here. Yeah. But there are battle transitions. There's a couple of them. There's one that's like a... Oh, you mean like... Yeah, it's a... Sorry. Duh. It's not battle transition. It's map transition. I don't know. I mean, surely there's got to be map transition plugins. The targeted foe will move last this turn. Always goes first. Does not slow down moves that always go first. But why would I want to do that? Why would I waste my turn to make them go slower? Okay, they have all the same. Heal. Alright, fair enough. All the same, yep. Ruin magically attack a single foe for double damage. How much S? Okay, only 4 points of SP. Yeah. Yeah, most gameplay we've seen is map transitions and dialogue animations. Was there a window transition too? Did I miss that? Stop healing him! Guess I should probably kill the healer. Can I do it? Heal, yeah. Oh, I think you're right. Now that you mentioned that, I'll have to go back if I can go back and see that again. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna kill him before I kill the healer. The worst strategy, but it's my strategy. There we go. You're quite powerful indeed. Super great. Just mash and attack. It's one of Yonfly's plugins. Wonderful, spectacular. You four are strong indeed, but know that this tower has taken the lives of many even stronger. How will you proceed? Will you run straight to for the top, trying to reach your destiny as fast as possible, or will you explore many levels below first? The choice is yours. Take these before you go. Acquired 2 power orbs. Exchange those orbs and learn even more powers. Do this on the main menu. Beware as you climb this tower. Powers are, well, powerful, but they come with a cost. Humans such as all of you are not magical creatures by nature. You are limited in the amount of powers you can use. Once you use SP, it is gone. Mid-fight, there is only one way that I know for humans such as yourself to regain SP, attacking a creature. Indeed, I suppose it is the way of humans to take that which isn't theirs. When you attack a creature in combat with your default attack, you regain some of your SP. So far, that's really the only action I can do, is doing the normal attack. So I guess I'll be flush with SP. Yes, for some reason, powers cost SP to use, whereas hitting with normal, regular attacks will gain you SP. And with that, good luck. Alright, can I go back to the save point? Let's take a look at that again. Save. Ah, yeah, indeed. It does have that transition on the window. Interesting. I'd assume that it heals you when you save, too, but... Oh, no, it doesn't. For some reason. Well, alright, let's cut him some slack here on that one. He did say it's, like, gameplay first. Oh yeah, there's a transition on the menu too. Hello, Wrath of Wood. Nice to have you here. So I guess this learn thing is probably where I use the power orbs. Slice of life. Physically attack a foe. If the foe dies to the attack, regain HP. That's kind of an interesting effect, I guess. Physically attack, dealing triple damage if you're at max HP. It's interesting that the description also tells you, oh, I bet I know why that is. Because this is one of the reasons why I wanted to get a custom UI made for my game too, is that whenever you can't see the status window when you're using a skill, so you cannot see how much health or MP that you have. Yeah, I mean, I know they could still put in some effort, but I don't know. We're not going to take points away here. Could they put more effort into it? Absolutely, but we're not going to take points away for it. I mean, I don't even do points like that anyway, so it doesn't fucking matter. Dozo. They can't see you. For some reason, it's a good way to just write things up. I feel like I've seen that in a few more comedic games for some reason. Naruhodo. Dozo dozo. It's my girlfriend. She, because I have a fan that was blowing on me, but she wants the fan, so. Magically attack, making a foe lose HP every turn. Also remove the regen effect from the target. Remove all non-death effects on a foe, positive and negative. Oops. Increase an ally's attack and magic power 1 level. We need a girlfriend. She won't do it. Increases an ally's defense and magic resist 1 level. What is page up, page down? There it is. Magically, lower a foe's attack and magic power, lowers a foe's defense and magic resistance. Does that last for the whole battle, or does that go away after a certain time? We'll do that, I guess. Gotta show the world the hot-ass lady I named as an American. Yeah. It's to grow my channel. Egad's an enemy! It just forced me into the fight. Paulina, what is it now? I was thinking, since we're about to go through this crazy tower, can you go over more stuff about how to fight? I'm gonna go ahead and, I mean, this is, to me, it's weird fucking timing on the tutorial. Like, we just had our first fight. I don't know, I feel like, whatever. Alright, let's just see if there's any nuance that I missed. I hate to repeat myself. In battle, there are 4 routes to victory. Attacking, using your power, careful use of tactic, and, of course, the use of items. Attacking is simple and reliable. You just hold the pathetic foe with whatever... You just hit the pathetic foe with whatever you're holding on to, like your gun, Nicholas. Default attack gives us SP. Alright, you already told us that. Powers change from person to person. I have a knack for eliminating threats through brute force, for instance. Why is there a little boy in the party? I don't know. There's no explanation for any of these people being in the party. For some reason, that's why. There's a little boy in the party for some reason. You tend to shine in utility power. Edward is great at healing and aiding others. Okay, I kind of figured this out. Guarding reduces damage taken, covering to protect your allies from attacks, sharing SP to help allies when they were careless. And lastly, retreating. All these tactics go first in a turn. Well, besides retreating, that goes last, as it should. A coward doesn't deserve rewards. Items are consumable and expendable resources. While they're strong tools in battle, they are pricey. They should be used with care. Okay. Finally, always pay careful eye to the turn order. Speed is set in stone, but some powers and items may change who goes when. Do you remember how to select attacks? You remember how to select attacks again? Alright. I'm not sure what I expected. The reason why I went with that, I figured there was probably not much more to this combat than what I already experienced in that first fight. However, in the event that there was some nuance, that's why I selected it. But, go figure, I'm not surprised. Alright. We'll just attack. Neat. Interesting. No? Guess we'll drop a save. Danger level 2. That's why I hate, do you want to skip the tutorial options? You don't want to miss any uncommon mechanics, so you watch it just to get your bog standard how to vanilla RPG combat tutorial. Yeah. Caverns of Eon. Okay, here we go. Combat system is the default. You don't need a tutorial. The player can figure it out. Yeah. I mean, there is like the whole SP thing, but like, I don't know. There's not much more to it. It's a basic magic system, but you recover by using your attack. Just kind of, it's a very, very, very basic form of the confidence system that I have in my game. Let's do that. I don't actually know what double damage is gonna be. Maybe it's not enough to kill him, so... It's TP. Ah, you're right. I never used TP. You are correct about that. I never use TP, so I don't think about it. And it's blue, so I was just kind of like, my mind was, oh, you can actually walk in the water. Interesting. And there's a little like splash effect on it. That's a nice little touch. Curious what plugin he's using to do that. It's a nice little effect. It's a little bit weird here at the end, but, you know, has its limitations, of course. What? Alright, let's try our fancy new skill. He's the one that... No, who's the one that got the new skill? Was it him? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's too bad he doesn't go first. Gameplay first, let's add water splashes. It enhances combat, can't you tell? It's interesting this goes down. Ah! I'm smart. Set some equipment. Is there not equip? Is it character? Maybe just under item? No. I guess so. Oh. Alright, cool. So you have like little costume changes. That's cute, but also that's kind of unexpected. Fighting wolves and chickens, alright. I'm a little bit surprised to see that there's any sort of character customization in this game. I was not at all expecting that, but neat. Got a large plant. I don't know what to do with any of these items that I picked up. Is there a description for them? Can be sold for money. Is that all those are? Gameplay first, let's add different outfits. Yeah! Yes, you've already told me that. Who cares about a sign? I'm sure it probably tells me something important that I should not ignore, but whatever. We have 6 more minutes. You say the large plant you save for later, man. Look at this gameplay first gameplay. That's some gameplay first gameplay, if I do say so myself. Just holding down the spacebar. Save plan for later when you finish going 420 on this tower. I tell you what. I don't know why I became Hank Hill there at the end. I tell you what. Hitting space on everything gameplay. Welcome back to Hitting Space Game... Wait, what is it? Gaming. Welcome back to Hitting Space Gaming. It's gonna be my new YouTube channel. Yeah, I kind of really wish it had the action indicator. Peck Attack has a sword icon. Yeah, well, they're working with the RTP. We got a limited number of icons. Which one had the heal? You did. I have a feeling this is gonna be pretty easy. Oh, there's suddenly a boss. Let's kill the ads first. Weakling. And he's the one with the... this one. Yeah. Remove that buff that he has. And then unleash the power! Sure, I don't understand why I would want him to go last, though. Like, that doesn't really feel like that matters much. I would like him to... No. Yeah, I don't know. No one needs to heal. And... yeah, do that. Easy. Sir Squawks. These powerful blue monsters are rarer than normal red ones. However, each one holds a power orb. Defeat them to gain the orb and learn more powers. I wonder if they're randomly generated. Am I expecting too much out of this game for if it was randomly generated? See those chests. Well, hello there. Don't see too many people around these parts, and that's a shame, as this is a great place to do business. That's right. This here is my greatly located, and may I add dangerously needed, humble little shop. So, do you want to buy anything? They are just generated. Not randomly, just standard generated. Don't really need any of that stuff. How much is a power orb? For 1,000 gold. On second thought. Well, we've hit the 30-minute mark, so let's try it. Remember, you brought this on yourself. Alright. Oh, yeah. Sure does have a lot of health. I imagine they're also going to do a lot of damage, so probably kill me in one hit. So I'm not even going to try. I imagine it's going to be instant kill for me. Basically instant kill. There's no way I would also sit here and do this whole fight, because 8,000 health, even if this was possible, no thanks. Oh, just kill them, please. There we go. One left. Anything special for that? Nope. Woo! Gameplay! Alright. I don't know. Thanks, Deb, for submitting your game. Is it gameplay first, though? I don't know about that one. I mean, it definitely gets to the chase a little bit. Like, when the fairies were talking, I do feel like when there is dialogue, which thankfully it doesn't seem to be that often, but when there is dialogue, it seems like it's a little bit wordy for what's trying to be said. Like, it could be cut back a lot. This is their version of Fight the Shopkeeper in Dark Souls. Yep. Polish? Nah. Accessibility? No. Did I even check the options? Can I access my save really fast? Is there an options menu? No. Although that recap is nice. There is an options menu. 30 FPS mode. Interesting. Does it actually cap it at 30? It does not seem to actually cap it at 30, so I don't know what it means by 30 FPS mode. Interesting. What if you start the game again? No thanks. I was just checking the options to see if I had missed anything, but like the 30 FPS thing is interesting, but it doesn't seem to do anything. Oh. It's... If I click new game... Yeah, it starts with the intro. Interesting. There's like there's like bits and pieces behind it that like there was effort put into. But then there's also like a lot of it that feels like it didn't have effort put into it. If this was just like I don't know, dicking around in my free time, nothing serious, just a hobby little thing to, you know, just to pass some time, you know, it's fine. Like my rating system is totally overkill for this kind of game. So clarity, yeah, it repeated itself a lot, but I understood what to do. Balance, I'm gonna give it a 0. It felt really easy. honestly. I was on the normal mode. Definitely not a unique identity. Yeah, it looks like every Arkham game ever. It has the like little cool like spirally transition for the maps. And it has the little water splashes, and it has the costumes. Like those are cool little things, I guess. They are cool little things. It's not an I guess. It's cool that those are there. But I don't know what else to say, man. The combat is kind of a nothing burger. So, anyways, yeah, I think we're done with that one. Let's move on to what's the next one? It's Dr. Kobushi's Labyrinthine Laboratory. But before we get into that, you know, we gotta have my chatting time. So while I go into my chatting time, first of all, last time I talked about having kind of a discussion, including comments from the previous archive, probably mostly WooTBM, because he's the only one who actually provides like, you know, lengthy comments that like discuss the games that I played. So it's probably going to be mostly him that's featured in this section. But if you're an archive watcher, feel free to leave lengthy discussions about the games that I play, and I might feature you instead of WooTBM next time. So anyways, but I do want to say, last time I forgot to actually switch to my screen, because I had switched to this camera because there's my chatting time, so no reason to look at the screen. And then I forgot to switch back. So yeah, my bad. This time I'll make sure to actually put the to put the comment on the screen so you can read along too. Let me just bring it up first. You might hear two of my voices for just a brief moment, just because yeah. Ignore that. Alright, so here we are. So, yep, I'm gonna feature WooTBM. It also has that random kid in Dark Knight. Yeah. If you're an archive watcher, first of all, what are you doing not being here live? Yeah, good point. Second of all, put damn heart is in the way. I can't read the whole thing, but it says something about put damn comments so this guy's channel can get some growth. Yeah, exactly. We want to see some growth. You see, you may have noticed there, for the more keen observers of you, there was a slight adjustment to the titling style and the thumbnail format. I've had to ask the robots for help to hopefully try to get some more views on things. I will mention, by the way, this previous game stream that I did, that I've brought up the comment here for, actually did reasonably well for my channel. 227 views. Of course, we're still talking about very, very small potatoes, but I'm quite happy with that 227. I looked at my analytics to see where that 227 came from, to see if it was because this stream I also used the robots to give me a good title. So I wanted to see if that was because the robots actually spit out something good, or if it's because of something else. And the answer to that is because of something else. In this stream, I had reviewed Tiny Thor. I noticed when I was going to post a comment, first of all, not a comment, but a review on the Steam page. First of all, you cannot leave a review until the game has officially launched. I didn't know that. But I noticed when I was just about to post that review that it was like less than an hour away before it was going to go live. And I was like, oh, well, shit, I can just wait until it goes live and I'll just be the very first review that they have, and that'll probably drive some traffic to my video. So that's what I did. I just set a timer on my phone for like an hour and a half, because Steam didn't give me an exact time of when it unlocked. So I just put a timer on my phone for like an hour and a half, and then came back an hour and a half later and left my review there. And at the very top of the review, I had a link to my stream. And sure enough, checking my analytics, 70% of my viewers came from Steam. So I guess that was a good idea to do that. But either way, it's not the title that helped. So anyways, yeah, make sure you're leaving comments so that way we can get a boost in the algorithm. Speaking of comments, let's look at some of the things here. So with that stream, I also, you know, like 2 of the games that were in the stream were games that I have previously featured before. So unsurprisingly, there's not a lot of distinct feedback here. Let's just kind of go through this. On Ascent Tower was it was like a roguelike one. It was okay, I guess. Like some of the skills in the game were more interesting. Like it still had a pretty standard like RPG Maker combat, but the skills were like well thought out. So anyways, he says, oh boy, one of those things that uses memes for writing, might as well use ChatGPT, IMO. Yeah, some of the humor did actually get me. I did think some of it's funny, but then there's a couple of times where the humor was just like, oh, my God. But I think later he pointed this out. Yeah. Just realized looking at the results, he's talking about because the game was a game jam game that apparently comedy was one of the ratings, one of the requirements in the game jam. So that's why it had to use memes for the writing, which is a shame. So anyways. So here he's in the just chatting section, he's kind of responding to that. I'm going to kind of skip over that. We're not going to linger on like 2 videos ago. So anyways, but he did point out there that I forgot to put the comment on the screen. So I've fixed that. I'm looking at OBS right now, and I'm making sure that you can see what I'm looking at. So that problem is fixed. Down here, Sapphire City. Well, I remember part 1, so I guess that's something to have survived in my brain for a few months. So yeah, I guess that's a nice thing. Like, I don't think that should be understated. I'm not saying that makes the game good. But if you're at least able to remember the game, that means something. I don't know what it means, but, like, I mean, if we look at, like, all the games that I have just played, like, this is not even all of them because I didn't start actually doing game grades until like, I don't know, after a handful of these episodes. Oh no. Things have been removed. There we go. So anyways, yeah, I've done a bunch of games, and honestly, if you ask me to remember any of these games, most of them I'm gonna be like, I have no clue. I definitely remember more of the non-RPG Maker games more so than some of the RPG Maker games. Let's pick a few random ones here. Let's kind of go back a little bit. This Dungeon Rummage one, I just can't quite recall that one. That one's, I don't remember. It's probably some sort of RTP garbage. I do remember that one because I took a big L on that stream. This stream was a disaster. I regret this stream. Let's see. I don't remember this Echo Our Voice one. I do actually remember a lot of these, though. I remember that one. Uh... Yeah, I don't know. Actually, kind of looking at the names, Fifth Era, I don't remember that one. Actually, surprisingly, I do actually kind of remember a lot of these. But maybe that comes down to the fact, again, like, it's sort of a bias here, because, you know, obviously most of these games are games that I pick for the stream. And I pick the games that actually look interesting. I mean, actual, like, their visuals look interesting. That doesn't mean the game sounds interesting or anything like that. So maybe that's why I actually surprisingly do remember a lot of these, at least when I look at their name. Like, if you ever asked me to, like, remember games off the top of my head, I would come up with squat. But having the list in front of me, I actually surprisingly remember a lot of these. So yeah. Anyways, let's go back to the comment. So he remembers the first part of Sapphire City, but says that it's still a visual novel, still the writing is so straightforward, really needs something more. I think regular old combat would be good, otherwise the writing needs a lot more flavor, man. More personality, more twists, more quirks, more tension, more conflict, more of a hook. I could see this writer getting somewhere someday, just needs to keep practicing and learning. Yeah, I'd agree with that. I would say, though, that supposedly there is more to it. And this was one of the points that I brought up in the stream, is that it's sort of a shame that he'd actually introduced, like, new gameplay elements into Sapphire City. But it was, for a relatively short game, those games I don't think are very long, we would say it's pretty deep into it. You know, we're like 30 or maybe 40% into the game is when, like, when, like, all of a sudden you have the possibility of these new gameplay mechanics showing up. And it's like, nah, man, if it's part of a series, if this is like a franchise that you're making, franchise kind of sounds pretty loaded for a tiny little indie game, but anyways, if it's a series of games that you're making, then, I don't know, I feel like whenever you do a sequel to your game, you should really show your audience that has been playing, like, hey, this is the new game, and here are the new features, right? So I feel like as a sequel game, it's pretty important to kind of show off the new stuff right away. Because, like, if it's not that, if you put it somewhere in the middle, and your audience comes to play the sequel, and they pick it up and they realize, oh, it's just kind of more of what I already played, you might lose interest in from your audience, because they're gonna think it's just kind of more of what they played before. So I don't know. I feel like if it's gonna be a sequel, you definitely should put the new stuff up front, or at least give a hint that there's new stuff there, right? And I don't just mean, like, on the store page. I mean, like, in the actual game, in the game itself, be like, ooh, look what's coming up. You're gonna get there soon. So, you know, you could do, like, there's that trope that happens a lot in games, where, like, you start off in the game, like, really super powerful at the very beginning. You have all the gear, all the health, all the stat upgrades, everything, and then suddenly bad thing happens, and suddenly all of that is stripped away from you. You could do something like that. I don't know, like... that would not work for this game, I should mention. Sapphire City is not that kind of game, but maybe you could have some, like, en media res kind of thing that's going on at the start of the game that kind of shows off the new features, and then we could rewind to before the event. En media res is not the correct term for that. I forgot what it is, but anyways, maybe it is en media res. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Next on Hugh, trying to be arty with what looks like cartoony store-bought assets. No, I don't know if it's really store-bought. It looked like... I definitely wouldn't call it store-bought. A lot of those assets, I think, in Hugh... So Hugh was kind of like a black and white game, kind of trying to be like Limbo. A lot of it looked very, like Flash. Kind of like something that would have been made in Flash. And the designs were very cartoony, very cartoonish proportions, and stuff like that. And which gave me this impression, with it looking like some sort of Flash game. Also, I didn't mention this, but the name Hugh doesn't really, to me, doesn't sound like something that's deep and philosophical. I know it's spelled H-U-E, but when you say hue by itself, the thing that comes to mind for me actually is the name Hugh, like Hugo or something like that. And I think, I don't know if it's just me, but I think most people kind of think that's kind of a cartoony sounding name, you know? So I don't know. It's like I totally went into the game with like the wrong expectations, so I guess a little bit of that's on me. But at the same time, man, it was such a weird disconnect to have like all this cartoony graphics and to me what seemed like a cartoonish name, and then it's trying to be this deep philosophical thing. It feels like, wow, two different fucking things. It was not connecting for me. I will admit that during that stream, I felt like I was being just a little whiny bitch about things, though. That was... I'm going to defend myself here. I'm going to say I was really tired. I wasn't a fan of the writing, but I think the biggest thing about that game was just the whiplash of I went into the game with this expectation, and it was literally the opposite. So... I think that's just what a lot of it was just this complete whiplash of what the game actually is. It's like having something named the Dark Lord of having something named the Dark... Oh my god, the stupid heart! Yeah, like having something... Oh boy, that's like having something... The Dark Lord named Kevin. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah. Yeah, so that's all I really have to say about that. I don't think he didn't bring up any other points. So that pretty much covers everything that I wanted to talk about there. Man, there was something he just today, it was yesterday actually. Yesterday. I didn't watch it until today, unfortunately, but it was just yesterday he'd uploaded a video on Omori. And there was some sort of comparison that he made that I really actually kind of wanted to talk about on stream that it has completely slipped my mind now. There's one thing I remember. I don't think this was the thing that I wanted to talk about, but it's still something I kind of wanted to bring up. Let's first, if I'm going to be sitting here talking about Omori, how about this? I was going to bring up pictures of Omori, but better idea. Let's actually just bring up his video on Omori, and we'll just put it on in the background with none of the volume turned on. And we'll just let it play while I kind of talk about this. Where is it trash? Here we are.
Alright, hello everyone.
So we're going to mute the audio. We'll kind of skip somewhere where there's gameplay. We'll just let that play in the background. Yeah, so one thing that, like, so with Omori, to me, it was a game that kind of came out of fucking nowhere. And I honestly wasn't too interested. It kind of, just looking at it, kind of gave me impressions that it might just be like an Undertale kind of thing. And admittedly, I've never played Undertale, but Undertale has never been a game that's really kind of appealed to me. So I was likewise just not very interested in playing this game. So this is my first time to really actually see this game. And what I was really surprised by this is it has a lot of really fantastic art, but really if you stripped away all that art and you get just down to the core of things, it's a very RPG Maker game. And I was sort of surprised by this. I think it's maybe good news for RPG Maker devs, because it kind of seems like the shitty, out of the box combat that is RPG Maker, despite it being shitty, and most of us, especially the people who review RPG Maker games, myself, Mr. Orc, D7, One Man Indie, Is It Trash? We're all sick of this shit. And yet, this game fucking sold millions. So, I think it goes to show, despite how much we hate this and we think it's overdone, it's not out of the realm of being possible to be, a viable product. I do think, however, if it was caked, if it was glazed in the RTP coating rather than this wonderful art, it probably would not have sold very well. I think that goes to show that how valuable the art is. I think this game would not be anywhere near as popular if its art was not what it is. The art is good. It looks nice. There's a lot of polish in visuals in this game. I think I'm a decade older than the target audience for Omori. Yeah, this was another... Okay, so this is another point that I watched because I was kind of interested after he said that... Gosh, there's a whole story here. So when he posted this video, he has a link, a thread on the forums for his own videos, and there's some discussion there. It's not in the comments here, it's on the forums, talking about Omori and some of the history with it. And that was what I was kind of saying, is to me, Omori was a game that just kind of came out of nowhere. I never heard of it, and just one day it's on the Steam store, and it's popular, and it exists. However, apparently there's quite the story behind this game's development. I'm not going to go into all of that. However, I was curious to know more, and RCX on the forums, I was going to feature one of his games in the past, but it actually didn't launch. So in the future, maybe we'll see one of his games. Anyways, he shared some videos with me that talked a lot about the game's development, and it was interesting to learn more about this game's development and its troubled history. It seems to be somewhat of a miracle that it actually got delivered, so props. Glad the dev team was able to see it through to the end. However, one thing that the videos never mentioned that I think is kind of important to its success story, in addition to its art, there's something else that's very important about this game. It released in the year 2020. It's a game about, being locked in your house, right? A game about depression and being locked inside your house. To me, it just feels like this type of game has content in it that maybe resonated with some folks, considering the happenings in the year 2020, the year that the world stopped. And I think in addition to the art, I think the fact that it released in that year was also very important for its success. Let's see. The artist was established before the game came out, and they had a fan base already. Yeah, that's another point as well, is that Omocat, I believe is the name, was doing like webcomics and stuff. To be fair, though, once again, I never heard of Omocat at all. In fact, I wasn't even familiar with the developer's name until I started watching videos about this game. So, anyways, I guess my point here is that, I think if you can just... It's unfortunate, but I think polishing the art is one of the most important things to really carry your game. And I think it's fortunate that Avery on the forums does not watch these videos. At least I don't think she does. Because she does really great work with the RTP stuff. I mean, she edits it so much that I kind of hesitate to even call it RTP that anymore because it's so heavily edited. But it still looks RTP. It still has that art style. And I'm going to say, I think this is kind of like, if it's true that the art carries the game so much, I think that's kind of another nail in the coffin for RTP. There's just, I don't see any way for a game to sell gangbusters. You might still be able to sell reasonably successfully with RTP, maybe, but you're definitely not going to be hitting like this. So I feel like if developers really want to make their game shine, they really should focus their attention on the art, because it's what's going to carry the game a lot. Unlike me, who's been an artist forever and has no fans. Buddy, I feel you. I feel you on that one. I've been doing music for such a long time, and no one knows who the fuck I am. Honestly, people only started kind of paying attention to my music once I started, doing these streams, doing game development, and showing off the soundtrack for my game. I would say my music is getting more attention since then, but I mean, come on. It's still under the thousands, right? So, yeah. If you look at the comments people post about Omori, they usually mention the art. Yeah. So, again, I think that just goes to show that the art is what carries what is ultimately a pretty mediocre game. I wish we could get to the fight here. This is one of the things, too, that, like, I cannot believe this game sold so well, because there's so much, like, starting and stopping with just, like, nonsense. There's such long gaps of time between gameplay. And then there's these occasional moments of, like, just wacky obtuseness in the design that just makes no sense. And it's like, this is the kind of shit I would expect from, like, some of the, like, shitty horror RPG Maker games that I've played on stream. But for a multi-million-dollar selling game, I cannot believe this kind of obtuse garbage is somehow popular. Let's skip over here to when they jump into this fight, because it's so cool, man. The art is. I like the colors. I like the pastel colors. The art is simple, but it's effective. And when I mean art, I should really clarify. I'm just talking about the visuals as a whole. You have a lot of polish going on. Like, see, like there, you have this, like, comic book, bam, 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 like, fly up like that. It's so nice looking. And then you have all the animation on the characters and on the enemy. There's a lot of colors in it, too. This looks good, and there's a lot of polish in it, I'm not saying, like, we're not talking, like, Destiny levels of art. Like, I'm not a Destiny player. I don't really like Destiny, but, God, I love watching their trailers. Some of the shit is just, like, everything is just framed so beautifully. What was the newest one? Destiny Lightfall. Destiny 2 Lightfall trailer. I'm just going to get content matched. Just like to me, like, this is like kind of art that, like, I think is just beautiful. Obviously, we're comparing two different, completely different mediums here. This is 3D graphics that are high fidelity compared to, pixel art. So it's kind of apples and oranges. But I'm just saying, like, this is kind of like art that, to me, is, like, really captivating. Like, the art itself. Meanwhile, with the Omori, I'm just talking about the visuals in general and the polish that it has. So let's see. I'm not down. It's like kids walking and talking, and there's some dark secret hinted at over and over. Yeah. Yeah. The gameplay to me seems pretty not great. There's one particular shot that's just like really here. This. Oh, damn it. It's Toblerone. There's something this frame, right? I don't know. The framing on this to me is just like it really captures my imagination. I don't know what it is, but I like this imagery. It's abstract, but it's not. It's so fucking cool, man. Anyways, sorry. I don't even like this game. I fucking hate Destiny, honestly. I tried playing it and I was just like, this is not my kind of game. No thanks. But God, I love the art in it. Anyways. Anyways, yeah. What the fuck is that? I don't know. This is the smokehead person, and then this is, I know this. This is the Traveler. This is like the like main MacGuffin in the game. And I don't know. I guess this smokehead alien person is moving towards the Traveler, and then there's the Toblerones. The Toblerones doing I don't know, doing a dance around it or something. I don't fucking know. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. Point is devs, start putting more money into polishing your art, and I think your game will have a higher chance of success. Not a guarantee, but just a higher chance. It really made me want to like look into trying to do more, like, because I have FSM, and FSM is basically RTP Premium Edition, right? Because mostly everyone uses FSM, and I make a lot of edits to it. So it's not like just vanilla FSM. I do a lot of like color correcting and merging of different tiles together into a single tile set. To make it more appropriate for my game, but even still, at the end of the day, it still looks, it still has that FSM style to it. And after watching the video on Omori and realizing how much the art can really make a difference for a game, it just makes me feel like I almost kind of want to see, invest in something original for the art. I tried taking some of my just for testing purposes, I took some of the art and dumped it into one of the AI programs to see what it would do. It's not bad. It would still take a lot of work. You'd have to clean up a lot of stuff in Photoshop. I just didn't like the style that it applied to it, and I played with different filters to see if I couldn't get different styles, but there's something about the way that the AI interprets the details in the FSM tiles that more or less always turns out the same regardless of which style filter I apply. Like, there's variations in the shading, but at the end of the day it still handles like the creases and cracks in the rocks very similarly. So yeah, I don't know. I'd probably have to like just get someone to actually make a custom tile set. I was talking about the video that Is It Trash made, and also thanks for joining. I have used AI to enhance pictures of cars. Is that what that says? The stupid fucking heart is in the way. I can't see what the I think that says cars. Yeah, but need to clean it up still. Yeah. Anyways, I don't know. It's something I'll have to think about. My game at this point, its goal originally was to launch this year, but that's not going to happen. And it's kind of like the further I go into it, I wouldn't even say it's that there's been a creep in the scope. The scope has been the same. Not necessarily. I mean, not in the sense of adding content to the game. The content has been the same. It's just that the scope of polish has creeped a lot. The game, I've mentioned this many times, just started out as basically kind of like a tech demo of like further learning RPG Maker. So it originally started out with a very limited scope in the polish itself. Like, I was willing to let a lot of jankness go because it's not trying to be a commercial product. But it's kind of like as development's gone on, it's like the more serious I've taken the project. So even though the content itself has more or less stayed the same, I'm not letting some jankness fly as much as I used to. And so at this point, just fuck it, whatever. There's no more release date. It'll be fucking done whenever it's fucking done. Hopefully sooner rather than later, but who knows? And especially now that I'm working regularly. It's hard to find time as well, you know? It's like, oh shit, I have to actually be a responsible adult, and then I get home from work, and then I'm tired, and whoops, the day's gone, and I spent the whole day just watching YouTube. So I don't know. Not a lot of progress is getting done in my game now that I'm working again. But I do have a lot of money now, so back on the commissioning train, commissioning folks to get stuff done for the game. They might do the work for the game, but I have to actually implement it. So we'll see if I find time to do that. A delayed game might be eventually good. A rush game is forever bad. Yeah. Well, see, but that's also kind of the funny thing, right? Because the game was meant to be rushed and was meant to be bad. That's kind of its starting intention. But, you know, like I said, I started taking it more and more serious. And so it's like, now I gotta do that might eventually be good kind of thing. Anyways. Remember to always watch my videos. Yeah. That's right. Watch it. Get me the views so I'm boosting the algorithm. Stop working on my commercial RM game. Learning Godot has gotten in the way. Yeah, Godot is something I wanted to actually move on to next. At least trying to see what it's like after I finish this game. Because technically, so here's the, like, I have my, you know, magnum opus dream game that, let's face it, will probably never happen. So everything Fidel has been, the road leading up to that is the way I've seen it. And I actually originally started with RPG Maker, and I had made Fiddle and the Maker's Trial with RPG Maker. And then after I finished that game, I was like, well, I want to try to move on to a bigger, better engine. So I moved on to Unity, and I made a really shitty game in Unity. It is available on my itch page, but I don't recommend you play it. But if you do play it, you'll be finished with it in about 5 minutes. It is utter garbage. I could not wrap my head around Unity at all. And so after my bouting with Unity, I decided that I was going to I wanted to try making some of the ideas. Well, thanks for joining, Michael. Always glad to have you join for a few minutes before you leave. Anyways, there are a few ideas for my magnum opus I really wanted to just test to see if they were good ideas. And that's kind of where Fiddle and the Pauper's Paradox started. Is like, I want to test these ideas for the magnum opus just to see if they're actually good ideas. And so yeah. And here we are. So anyways, but after this game is finished, maybe I'll try to go back to a more serious engine, because the magnum opus I want to do it actually, now that I've had more experience with RPG Maker, I do think I could do it in RPG Maker, but it's not the engine I want to do it in, because there's just too much duct tape involved with RPG Maker to be able to get the game where I would want it. I definitely need an engine that's more versatile. So that way I wouldn't have to use as much duct tape. So that's to say that after Fiddle, I would like to experiment and play around with Godot a little bit. I don't know if I will stick with it, but I at least want to give it a try. Anyways, I got more games to play, and yeah, I'm tired. So let's move on. That's enough of the just chatting section. So next is Dr. Kabushi's Labyrinthine Laboratory. Save Falafel from the puppet panics in over 100 levels of puzzle mayhem. Yeah, I'm awful at puzzle games, so I can't wait to fail miserably at this game. But I picked it out anyways because it's got some nice art. It's got some nice art. Looks pretty interesting. So, despite being absolutely terrible at puzzle games, I wanted to give it a try anyways. Dr. Kabushi's Labyrinthine Laboratory is a puzzle game that has been described as a combination between Pac-Man and chess. Guide the adventurous Ayla as she attempts to rescue her dog, Falafel, which is a great name for a dog, by the way, from the confines of a mysterious towering laboratory deep within a solitary forest. Dr. Kabushi's Labyrinthine Laboratory combines puzzles and strategy elements with an engaging storyline full of memorable characters and biting humor. Over 100, blah, 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 okay. So, yeah. I don't know what's going on, but it looks like a game. Indeed it does. Alright, so I did not extract it. Let's extract that real fast. Extract it quickly, that's a good sign. And it's just contained in its sole exe. So they like, oh, no, don't open on that page. On that screen? What the fuck are you doing? Let's open it over here. There we go. Powered by eByte engines. So I wonder if they made their own custom engine or something. Some funky tunes. Hang on. I'm digging that. Yeah. That was pretty cool. I like it. That's a fucking bop right there. Alright, anyways. That's a good first impression. Wild forests and uncharted lands were no match for Isla and Falafel. Their friendship made every day one where strange things become familiar. There's like a film grain effect on this. That's gonna fuck with the bitrate. Until one day when Falafel ran into a mysterious tower deep within the forest. I guess that's our theme today, is towers. Towering towers. Unable to stop him, Isla followed in, and her surroundings were transformed from natural to aggressively artificial. With no sight of Falafel, Isla picked up a key, and that alone was enough to bring the tower to some kind of life. Used to forests and ancient ruins, Isla found herself surrounded by robots, traps, and a sense of being watched. Hang on tight, Falafel. Isla's biggest adventure yet is about to begin. It's a very mysterious tower. It's mysterious. Towering towers upon towering mountains with towering cliffs and towering enemies. Don't forget the towering trees, too. That's a funny little sound. Welcome, visitor, friend. The pangs of the heart move you. But first, learning. The goal is always reach the exit. Go, visitor, friend. The language is kind of strange. I don't know if that's like intentional or if maybe they're not like native English speakers. There's just something just ever so slightly off with like the language. Isla sees a crowd gathering around a towering tower in the distance. Gems, a sign of completion. Isla can push blocks around the board. They can be used to fill water holes so that they can be crossed or to stall and deter enemies. PO3 is in this. It's a bot speaking. Yeah, I know it's a bot speaking, but I don't know. I mean, yeah, I guess. But like even in the intro sequence, oh, I see. Those platforms disappear. Gems are optional. That platform didn't disappear. Why did the other one disappear? That one did. This is kind of like, there was a game I had played. It was like called Move That Box or something. I really didn't like it very much. This seems kind of similar to it, but actually a little bit more compelling, and I'm glad it doesn't have a step counter because I hated the fucking step counter in that game. It drove me nuts because it always made me feel like I was like doing poorly. It was always there judging me on my performance. Keys open up passages blocked by locked tiles of the same color. Finding a key is often not just about... I didn't start the timer. Just about being at the right place, but also at the right time. Finding a key is often not just about being at the right place, but at the right time. Seeing the tower reignites childlike sense within Isla. I like the colors and animations on the gems. You know, when something just looks, I don't know, tasty. You just want to hold and touch something. Yeah. Yeah, those gems look pretty good. Oh, I see. I totally missed that before. So it's like the chain link fence thing is the thing that just falls into the water. These boxes are okay. So what are these tiles with the keyholes in them? Devilbot. Like a demon-possessed, Devilbot will rush towards Isla, moving 2 squares per turn, first horizontally, then vertically. Steer clear of its trigger-happy taser. It's interesting that they even specify like its priority in movement. So it's going to prioritize horizontal first, and then vertically. Gems are option, yeah. Okay. What is that? Why is it? I seem to have gotten it jammed. It appears to be stuck there. Yeah. He moves too... Yeah, I know. I got that. I see he gets stuck behind... Ah, damn it. I also do appreciate that I can just like move fluidly. If the enemy doesn't need to move, I can just constantly just hold the direction. I don't have to wait him to move one grid at a time. There we go, I did it. Spikes are activated if someone stands on their tile and then walks off. Anyone else who stands on that tile afterwards faces a pointed demise. Well, shit. You're a winner! Indeed. Oh, that didn't work. Oh, I see. So the little highlighted thing is like a hint? Oh, for dummies like me who are bad at puzzle games. I mean, I get how the spike thing works. Will it go down after a turn? Well, why did he go there now? Okay, yeah, I didn't think I could do that. The devils are segways, yes. Ah, shit. There we go. It's dead. Now, how do I get that other gem? There we go. That's what I want. All right. Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one? Wow, 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 wow. Wait. I feel like that's the kind of text-to-speech thing I played with when I was younger. Oh, wow, wow, wow. You're not as fluffy as the last one. Ahem, official sounding throat clear. Misfortune is upon you today, purple-haired one. For you have ventured unto the laboratory of... Well, not mine anyway. That whole committee was rigged, I swear. A 4-year research project into developing a perfectly silent set of silly strings for puppet panic members such as myself is a perfectly good, very sensible thesis topic. I hate how it's split up across like so many message boxes. It's like that thing I get onto with RPG devs all the time, is when they have like a really wordy sentence that they can't fit into the message box, so they have to break the sentence up mid-sentence across another message box. This is like that to an extreme, because like the text is so chunky in this game and there's such limited width, so it's like you can fit basically 2 words on a line and there's only like 3 lines. I don't know, man. I think they need to find a better way. Probably just shrink the text down. I don't think it needs to be quite so chunky. Because having it split across so many lines makes it really difficult to read what the fuck he's talking about. As I was saying, do you think that just anyone can waltz in here? Does this look like a ballroom to you? Do I look like your dance instructor? Are my feet located in a pair of ballet slippers? Can you believe it's not butter? Nah, first line of defense, kid. And probably your last. Zap traps. Zap traps alternate between open and closed states each turn. They can be crossed safely when closed and will zap you when open. Small text boxes are jokes. Thank you for splitting that across 2 messages. I'll say this whenever I put on my shoes now. Gotta locate my feet into these shoes. I had missed that. There's some pretty good humor in here. Stealing another mad scientist gems. That's just low. I see, that opens it up right away. I thought I would actually have to touch it. I may have fucked it by touching that key. Yeah, I don't think there's much I can do. Almost ready to just locate my feet into my shoes. Almost ready, just locating my feet into my again. Do I want to push this in there now? Okay, I guess so. I didn't mean to do that. One thing that would be really appreciated is being able to turn. Because once you push a direction, you just move that way. You can't, like, just turn your character on a single tile. I may have fucked myself again, now that I think about it. Can I move these blocks? I think they're stuck there. Yeah, I messed up. Is there a restart? It'd be nice if there was like a hotkey to just restart once you realize you fucked up. Oh, I forgot those are my camera change keys. I don't think there's a... Oh, there we go. It would be nice if it was just a hotkey. Oh. I actually thought he was stuck back there. That was my bad. So, can I just get him stuck back there? It's gonna close and then open. There we go. I figured it out. I did it. Excuse me, you missed my brilliant trap. You'll have to excuse me. It looks like I've forgotten to introduce myself. My name is Anton, and it feels like I've been here a billion years. Not cut out for real liability, they said. I'm stuck here in the underground levels, designing brilliant mazes and laying traps for squirrels and chipmunks, while that wine-pairing monocle-wearing snob, that prim and pretty cute little kitty, and that knife-swiping, bike-riding punk take 3 whole floors, sheer utter favoritism. You know how hard it is to plan traps for chipmunks? I think Mark Rober would like to have a word with you. Well, it's an underrated skill, yes. Be that as it may, if you want to sneak in here, you'll have to first face the puppet panics. That's us. Me first. And be defeated by our ingenious puzzles. That's the maze you just escaped. Unscathed. Without as much as a scratch. But alas, you are far from through. With I, the great Anton, brilliant, precious, glistening, lustrous, a dazzling, luminous intellect. Your beginner's luck will soon fade dark, darker, yet darker, drowned out by the sheer glow of my formidable labyrinths. I guess that's the end. It'd be nice if there's like a... If there's like some sort of indicator, like, now is the time to play. Let's see, Anton is the dev. Is Anton the dev? I don't think I can do this. Yeah. I might be too tired to figure this one out. I'm pretty sleepy. My brain's not working. You know what I just realized? See, I wanted to take a sip of my drink with my wased hand, and I just instinctively put my hand on the arrow keys, and I mean, would you look at that? It's got WASD and arrow keys at the same time. Whoa! Speaking of, there are no options. Am I ever not sleepy? Not since I started working, no. I feel like I'm sleepy every day. That's not gonna work. Whoa, what's the arrows? Who even does that? These insane developers. Bro, wake up and then go to bed. Yeah, that wasn't gonna work. There we go, I got him stuck there. I found the ancient tech of WASD and arrow keys early on, so all my games have it. Yeah. It's almost like if you can provide various different ways for people to play your game comfortably. So, wish I had my mouse cursor. I would like to use it to point at things. So just to my right, on the same axis that my character's on, that robot is stuck there. If I go up, down, or left, it can't move. But if I go right, eventually it will be able to exit that little nook I've got it stuck in. And the one that's lower than my character, he is stuck he's prevented from moving left or up. But right or down, eventually he'll be able to move from. On Friday, like that after work, I had a nap, then got up, and it was bedtime, so I'm like, yep, more sleep. You just add watch the course script. Yeah, if only science had found a way to do it easily, like having a plugin or something, but no, we gotta discover ancient alien tech. Yeah, I know. God, you'd think with all these great plugin developers out there, you'd think someone would just provide some sort of plugin called like keyboard config or something for free. And is also part of, you know, like one of the most popular plugin developers. But God, if only. Now so I'm extra tired today because I went out last night with some coworkers. This is why I'm not drinking alcohol today, is because we went out and man, we drank a lot. It's been a long time since I've had a hangover, but I woke up feeling a little bit hungover today. Just a little bit. It wasn't so bad. Had a small little headache. Just took some medicine. Took a short nap. I woke up really early though. I woke up at like 5 a.m. and I got home at like 2 a.m. Or I went to bed at 2 a.m. I got home before. Anyways, doesn't matter. So if I move right from here, that robot will be able to move. The one just below me. Nah, soapbox time. Soapbox time, okay? Here's the thing, right? I gotta tell a story. I told my friend this yesterday too, but I was drunk. But I feel like I need to say this while I'm sober to make it very clear that I wasn't just saying this to him because I was drunk. I sincerely mean this. So last year, my job that I had last year, this is the life of living in Japan, is that I have to have a new job every year. Thanks. Anyways, but last year, when I started working there, one of the staff members, my first week working there, just came up to me and was like, "Hey man, let's go get a drink together." I just said yes, sure, why not? At the time I'm not one who usually goes out that much, but I figured, why the hell not, might as well. He's become probably one of my best friends that I have here in Japan. And actually, that one moment of him just being outgoing, no pressure, no cares in the world whatsoever. We barely know each other. I just started working there, and he just comes up and is just like, "Hey man, let's get a drink." Is one of the most inspiring things, honestly. I know it sounds so simple, but honestly, I suddenly realized, because I've always kind of been an introverted person, and to be fair, I think the word introvert has kind of, like, in regular conversations, kind of lost its true meaning. When most people hear introvert and extrovert, you think about people who like to stay home or people who like to go out. But really what it's more like is that introverts feel like they can, in a sense, recharge themselves when they are alone, when they have their quiet time. And meanwhile, extroverts are people who feel like they can recharge themselves when they have more social time, right? And so I still feel like I'm truly an introvert in that sense. But I was also more of an introvert in the sense that I, before, just didn't like going out with people. But he showed me, man, just like, it's so simple to just go up to someone and just be like, "Let's get a drink together." And at worst, they're going to say no. But it doesn't matter. And I realized, man, just having people to talk to, having people to go out with, having people to have drinks with, man, it makes it really, really changes your life. Humans are social creatures, right? We really shouldn't be living alone. And yet, right now, Gen Z is considered to be the loneliest generation. Honestly, I'm not saying that having friends is a cure-all for loneliness and depression, but I do feel like in many cases, not every case, again, I'm not trying to brush off depression and loneliness, but in many cases, I honestly feel like if people gave going out a try more often and just understanding what it means to have friends, and it can change your outlook on life. And all it takes is a simple going up to your coworkers and being like, you want to get a drink sometime? And that's all it takes. Honestly, my going out on Friday night was completely because of my friend. He inspired me because, you know, from last year, he taught me how to just approach your coworkers and casually just be like, hey, let's go get a drink together. And that's exactly what I did. I have a new job. Of course, I hadn't been paid until Thursday, actually. I had finally got my first paycheck. So it was not the first week of me working at the new job. It would have been, but I had no money. So finally, after getting my first paycheck, I go up to my coworker and I said, hey, man, let's go get a drink together. And he's like, hell yeah, man. I'm going to invite some of the other staff too, if that's fine with you. And you know what I said? The more the merrier. And so it was me and like 6 other people. And it was a good time. I had a lot of fun just talking with people. Point is, it's as simple as let's get a drink together. Start doing it more often. That's my soapbox. I'm done. Let's go back to the game after I get caught up on chat real fast. NA is like one of those teachers where you just have to bring up some personal related stuff for him to completely derail the lessons, talk about his private life, and forget to give homework. Absolutely. I am absolutely that kind of person. I am not exactly an introvert, but I totally am. It's kind of like that, yeah. Anyways, alright, let's resume the timer. Dude, I'm totally stumped on how to get to the staircase from here. See if God, I really wish I had the mouse. Actually, this is a use case of the mouse that I would, not even for the stream, like it's useful on stream to have the mouse to obviously point at things because you can't see my monitor, so you can't see if I say, oh, this thing right here. You have no fucking clue what I'm talking about. But actually, here's a use case that's not even necessarily for streams. I would really like to have my mouse on screen so I could kind of like visualize, like just kind of using it as like this is the path I would take. So if I go this way and I go this way, it just kind of helps me think clear, you know, just tracing the path that I would take and thinking about what might come up. But without a mouse, obviously I can't do that. So I just fucking put fingerprints all over my monitor. If I go here, yeah, and I think that's also game over because I did that. Yeah. I'm not gonna deal with this, honestly. I'm gonna skip the gem. Oh shoot, am I not gonna be able to make it to the exit? Oh. Alright. Alright, so we're back to where I was, but this is not really helping the situation. I don't really know what to do from this point. That just got it right back to the same spot. That's gonna, yeah, same spot again. That's the same spot. That's game over. I don't know. I think I'm... Oh, it's 30 minutes anyways. Yeah, I'm gonna call it there. I'm too dumb for this. There's a level select. Well, I made it through 7 levels. Is there... Oh, I'm pushing the wrong buttons again. Is there not a way to, like, exit? Oops. That's annoying that it repeats this. Can I? Okay, good. F10. Interesting. It would... that feels really jank. There should just be an option in the pause menu to quit the game. Yeah, that's... Alright. Well, anyways, cool game. So I'm not going to give it a polish point, because there's a handful of different things, like very small, just niggles, little things that kind of stuck out to me that I found kind of annoying. So yeah, and accessibility is also no, because it has like no options to speak of. I do appreciate that it has WASD and arrow keys, but I've made the point several times. It's not about having WASD, and it's not about having arrow keys. It's about letting people select the way that they want to play. Just go and plug your computer in to turn off the game. Clarity is fine. Balance is fine. I'm a little bit dumb when it comes to puzzle games, but it's fine. So, yep, there we go. It's a 4. Yeah, the art has some nice polish to it. But there's some gameplay things that annoyed me. Small things. Like not having the mouse on the screen. And you didn't have... you couldn't turn in place. And there was no option in the pause menu to exit the game. You just press F10, which I mean, I get it's fine. Like, it's not the end of the world. It just, I don't know, it feels so cheap. It's just like, put a fucking quit thing in your pause menu. How hard is that? Okay, next. This one's gonna be interesting. Oh man. Let's open it up. Oh, it's just oh, it's packaged with the Enigma thing, I think. Or does it need it? Well, I don't know. Oh, it's just because it's a VX Ace game. Alright. Okay, so here's the deal with this game. This is definitely not a game that, first of all, it's not a game that deserves to be graded on my system. It's not trying to be a game that should be graded on my grading system. And I would not normally play this kind of game on my stream. However, I thought it might be kind of funny. So let's look at the store page and see if you can. I think he probably explains it on the store page, actually. It's easy. Make a button and attach end application coding. If it's web-based and you can't exactly close it, and some devs ignore the quit thing. I don't think there's... You can't play it here, although it is on the App Store. I don't know, just make different versions. I mean, you deploy the game. I guess that prevents you from having to deploy it twice and waiting for deployment compilation takes a long time, so maybe they just don't want to wait for it to compile twice. Just one version with the button visible and one with the button not visible. Anyways, yeah, let's look at the store page. Anomaly is a semi-classic RPG made with VX Ace. Hey, it's my second game. This was more of a learning experience than an actual project. Part 2 will hopefully be better. Anyways, a young girl enlists in the Royal... alright. Anyways, a young girl enlists in the Royal Guard only to have her life upturned by the arrival of a strange entity known as... arrival of strange entities known as anomalies. Alright, so here's the deal with this game. It's the dev's second game ever. He admits that it's trash. I mean, basically, let me put it this way. I know this game is going to be jank. He knows this game is going to be jank. You know this game is going to be jank. We're all aware of that. We're not going into this game looking for a commercial product that is well polished and, you know, like aces. We're not looking for that. I thought it might be kind of fun to look at this just because, I don't know, it's kind of empathy? Is it empathy? I don't know. It's with my game, Fidel and the Maker's Trial. I love that game. I put a lot of work into it. I mean, not a lot of work. Like, not at all compared to my current game. I think I put Fidel and the Maker's Trial together within about the span of a month and a half. And if I recall correctly, according to Steam, it was about 120 hours of development time. Again, that's according to Steam. So, yeah, of course, it's not the over 1,000 hours I put into developing Fiddle and the Pauper's Paradox. But either way, within that 100 hours, there was a lot of care put in that short amount of time. And so even though it's jank, I, as the developer, can still see where the inspiration was, the passion, even if it wasn't well executed. And I see this with my own old music as well. My old music, like, to anyone else, it sounds terrible. Even to me, it sounds terrible now because it's mixed poorly and it's not very well executed. But I can see that niggle, like, buried under all this mountain of shit. Just hot, smoking garbage. You can see that there was an idea in there that was interesting. And that's kind of what I want to go into this game, is I want to see if we can see what the dev sees in this game. Because the dev obviously cared enough to put it out online. I'm sure he probably put effort into it. Even if it's not thousands of hours, there is still probably effort put into it as he was learning the engine. So, yeah, so let's go into it. Let's see if we can spot that, that little bit of care that might be in there. It's also a VX game, so it's gonna, yeah, fuck with my monitor, move shit around. Very dramatic music, like fucking Dark Souls. It does not want to go to the... It does not want to go to the... Like, I keep trying to open it and it just, like, minimizes right back. What is it doing? Oh, hello there. I cannot get it to... what if we minimize all this? Dude, I hate VX Ace games. They can I? No. They just never, they never want to, there we go. I had to like catch it really quick in the middle of all the like screen flickering. Have to hit that Alt-Enter key. They never just want to just open on the screen. It's always got to do shit with the screen before it will actually display. Alright, where's, yeah, that one. Where's my webcam? There it is. And, oh, it's a little bit loud, huh? Where's, I don't know. That's fine. Alright, there. ARM games are not games according to OBS game capture. I think OBS might be onto something there. Did all that fucking with the screen crash live split? Because it's not. The timer won't. The timer is not starting. I think it crashed live split. Yeah, now it's doing something. Come on, close. I might just have to make a rule on my fucking streams that I'm just not doing fucking VX Ace games anymore. They cause too many problems. It's never as simple as just launching the game. I always, whenever I try to launch a VX Ace game, there's always some sort of technical problems that it creates. And in the fast-moving world that is of social media, all this fucking downtime's killing my viewer retention. I promise you. My very tiny little demographics graph, my retention graph, is very small because I get very few views. But I can promise you, the few views that I do get, there's gonna be a noticeable drop during this time while we're waiting for VX Ace to get its shit together. There we go. All right, we got the timer going. Oh, we're just moving already. Okay. Well, I'm not even gonna talk to them. Okay, and there's... What's with this Castlevania music? Holy shit. There's random encounters in the castle. So what do we have? No specials. I don't know which one's Bat A. Okay, that's Bat A. Yeah, there's like no highlight effect? Is that just default VX Ace? I thought that... See, I don't even know what default MV is. Dude, what is up with this music? What the fuck? It's kind of rocking, but jeez, chill out, man. Anyways, I'm not even familiar with like even vanilla MV. I don't know if it's like one of Yonfly's things that adds the highlight to enemies. I thought that was just default behavior whenever you're selecting the enemy. I thought it at least highlighted the enemy. And then I thought Yonfly's plugins added like the cursor. Okay, let's talk to these people. I'll remember... Oh, okay. It's the same. What do you want? Someone said that you knew about Anomaly. Know about it? Ha! I lived it. Trust me, you don't want to know. Leave now. No, I made a promise. Fine, you want Anomaly? Kill me now. I have nothing to lose. Whoa, whoa, whoa. How did we get to kill me now? You fools, perhaps this will motivate you. What? Huh? We're just going right into a boss fight then, huh? The heart, the default heart. Okay. Probably a plugin is taking away the default highlight. Yeah, maybe so. I sort of figured as the guy's second game, it might not be even using like a lot of custom stuff. I figured it would just be mostly default RPG Maker, but then again, these character assets are definitely not default RPG Maker, so I guess maybe he did some custom stuff. It's interesting. I mean, right now, all I can do is attack. Yeah, I have no specials, so just attack. In fact, actually, yeah, I'm almost 100% sure that health bar is not normal either. So he definitely has some scripts running in the game. So yeah, I guess something must have accidentally taken away the highlight. That's the end. And it's just game over. Alright. Fair enough. So... okay, so... the very first room that you spawn in is right next to a boss. You get no indication that it is a boss. You just talk to him and then you die, basically. What the fuck? Is the cat a boss? For a moment there, I thought it was actually, because it turned to look at me right when the enemies spawned. All I can do is attack right now. Attack, 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 attack. Life up was found. Are we seeing the passion yet? The inspiration that I was talking about? Do you see it? I don't know where to go. What the fuck am I doing here in this game? There's literally nothing. The only people that I've seen that could have possibly given me information turns out to be a save point and a boss. So beyond that, there's no one else I could have talked to, and there's been no information given to me. Also, can I save my game now? Well, then what's the point of the NPC? I thought he was a save point, but no, it turns out I can save at any time. Alright, I know I want to talk a lot about my game because sort of one of the reasons, like I already mentioned, like one of the reasons I kind of picked this game is because I was kind of thinking about my own first project. Is this a save point guy? It is, but what's the point? Anyways, I want to maybe sound a little bit egotistical here. A little, but I really feel like my previous game was better constructed. This is nonsense. This is like the epitome of like RPG Maker shovelware. I feel like in my game, there's not much of a story, but there is a goal given to you. There is a tutorial to tell you what to do. You do have skills at the beginning. That's not an exit, huh? I thought that was an exit. I thought, see, here I was thinking that we were making progress, but turns out no. And I feel like the space that my game occupies makes at least some sense. There's some coherence to it. I don't know, that's what I was kind of looking for. I was kind of hoping that it was going to be like, it's only the guy's second game, but you can see that there was a real effort put into it. It was just a lack of understanding with the engine. Progress in dude, and I have to backtrack all of this? Is there dash? Oh, thank God. Or is that the goal of the game? I'm now wondering, is this the goal? Like, there's that boss there. So the goal is to just move around this castle, collecting stuff, and then fighting the boss? But what was all that about anomalies and stuff? Video games are already enough of a waste of time. Yeah. Some Bato was found. How much of a... Wow. That's quite a lot. Grind up and then fight the boss. Yeah, I think that might be what the game is. Oh my god. Are there levels? I feel like there's no XP being awarded, so there's not even levels in the game. Oh no, there is XP. How come, have I leveled up? Oh, I am level 3. 36 to the next level, okay. And there's just this one troop, just bats. Bats, that's it. And this fucking battle music, man. We're just hearing like the same beginning to this battle music over and over. Oh my fucking god. So I guess let me just get one more level and then which should be after this fight, and then I'll fight the boss. Maybe? Level 4, there it is. But I don't have any skills, right? So it's still just attack. What the fuck is this? Okay, I'm sorry. I knew it was gonna be jank. I prefaced this whole section off with, I know it's jank, you know it's jank, we all know it's jank, but sorry, I wasn't actually prepared for the jank. I'm level 4 and I have no other skill. It's literally just mash attack. So I'm going to imagine that this boss fight is literally just attrition. You level up to get enough health and have enough healing items, and you just mash, use the healing item and mash some more until the boss finally dies. Alright, so let's do that. Oh, holy shit, he did a lot of health. Unfortunately, in VX games, I can't even just hold the action button down, so I gotta sit here and just mash the key. You may hear my rapid tapping. Oh, is he dead? Okay. Yes, now I die. What should we do with him? I don't care. Kill him, sure. You don't know what you're doing, Anomaly. I wonder what it feels like. Alright, there's just another boss fight. I got poison. Cool. Oh, and then I'm dead. So, you made the wrong choice, so you fucking die! Well, you get like no preparation for any of this, no sort of hints or anything, and it's like you're offered a choice and you're punished for making a choice, basically. Like, I get it, it's supposed to be like consequences for your choices, right? But I don't know, it's like, don't do it like this. This is still the beginning of the game, or maybe it's the end of the game. I don't know. Oh shit, I should have healed. Oh well. What does Stimulant do? Is it the default RPG Maker thing? Because there's no reason to use magic. It covers all allies from death. I don't have any allies, though. I guess this is not the end of the game, then. There's no, like, collapse effect for the boss either. It just ends suddenly. Bind him. Stimulat. Cool, I'll tear you to pieces. Let's try and avoid that. I swear I'm going to kill you. Prepare to die. Yikes. Hey, you, mind helping? Sure, why not? Wait, why the heck are you two even fighting? I called her Little Miss Sunshine. Do you guys even know each other? No, not really. So you were going to kill a complete stranger because she called you a name. How about you call it off? There are way more important things than that we have to worry about now, like Anomaly. Are you looking for Anomaly too? Why does it have to be spelled like that too? It's sort of like, when it's spelled like that, it gives me the idea of, like, it makes me think of like sci-fi internet kind of stuff. The cyberspace kind of thing. Not a fantasy game. Yes, actually, do you know anything about it? No, I've just heard of it. Now there's talking. I'm not interested in it, though. Are there random encounters on this map, too? I wonder. I'll remember. Now I have 3 party members, but there's only 1 enemy. I hope that's not the only troop he has for this map. Although 2 times in a row, I'm not starting to feel very confident about that. Do any of you have magic? Yes, this person has magic. For 5 turns, the user gains fire attribute. What does that mean to me? What does that mean for combat? Attack enemy may be silenced. Damage is based off user's attack and mat. Alright, well, we'll just use the optimal strategy, which is just attack. Strong attack against 1 enemy, that's fine. Just mash attack. Yep, see, he's dead. Because I had to grind for that other boss, so I get here, and now I guess I'm over-leveled, because I guess I grinded too much for that boss. Maybe. Steamtown can now be fast traveled to. Well, there's a fast travel system, at least. I see that guy who would save my game, and I'm gonna just say, nah, I don't care. I can save my own game. I don't need you to do it for me. Here's a large and empty map. Very RPG Maker. With very, very high walls. Oh, that's a wall that's supposed to be like the desk. Go on the other side. Not sure where they got the meaning. I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with the VX8's RTP very much, but I mean the other music, the Dark Souls sounding music, is not RTP, that's for sure. So I don't know. I doubt this is RTP. It's kind of a jaunty song. And there are items and stuff, but I don't know if I really want to buy items. Can I just move on to the next part of the game? Looks like someone's letter. We should leave it be. Okay. Oh, by the way, Nani. What? I down the beta? Yeah, that's fine. Let me know when. Like I said, I'm not streaming next week. Maybe the weekend after. I don't know how soon you want to do it. Good day, better stock up. Only have 600 gold. Man. Just leave it there on the floor. I don't know where to go next. Is it because I skipped through the dialogue, or is it because the game is just being obtuse? Because the game was pretty obtuse about that first portion of the game. Alright. You just, in this game, like, you just can't just talk to NPCs. Because if you talk to NPCs, you might just wind up in a boss fight that you're not prepared for. One of my coders should be fixing a bug in their plugin today, and then I suppose the demo could be played by people. Not all the voice lines are in yet, but I guess that's aight for a beta. Yeah. I mean, I would say, if you're giving me a beta, just tell me what the game is missing. Because obviously I don't want to waste your time by criticizing things that you're already aware of. I might still criticize them because I forget what you told me, but hopefully it'll prevent some of that. I'm impressed. Was there a purpose to that? Did I learn Tiger Stance? Okay, I did. Alright. I guess I'll stay at the end, because I don't know what else to do. Sure. Well, dang it, I'm not. Last week I lost something very important in the library. I wasn't supposed to be there and I panicked. It's just a letter, don't read it, okay? I already found that, so I'm gonna go back there. Yeah, it'd be nice if you would account for that, too. Well, this would probably come down to just devs' inexperience with the engine. But, I mean, yeah, if you're gonna leave, like, some games, the way that they'd handle the quest, of course, is that, they just wouldn't spawn the they just wouldn't spawn the quest item until you actually activate the quest. So that way, if you bump into it, you know, you can't bump into it. Oh, yeah. No one's cleaning this place, nah. But anyways, if you are gonna have it just on the map, then just make it so that the player can pick it up, and then when you get the quest from the person, they can be like, oh, by the way, I have it right here. Is that yours? Oh yeah, it's mine. Okay, quest finished. Something about a divorce, I miss that. I like how it looked like live split. My timer was actually in sync with the ticking of the clock in the game. Additional branches in a first-timers game? You're a lunatic. That's it? Thanks for wasting my time? I want to be honest, I'm way too tired. I know there's 3 minutes and I could probably last 3 minutes and just call it the end there, but honestly, I'm not going to. This game's not telling me where to go, and I'm just, I'm really bored and I'm really tired, and I just want to go ahead and just wrap up on that. Well, we all knew it was jank, and did it meet our expectations? Absolutely. Balance is no, sorry, no, it's no and yeah, so it's yeah. It's a 1. I don't think I have 1s that often on this list. A 1 is pretty rare, surprisingly. Usually people get at least a 2 on this list. Anyways, yep, it was bad. And no one was surprised by that. Okay, so let's just move on to the last game so I can finally go to sleep. We're playing... what is it called? Aqua Ippan. I need to extract it. And getting a 1 on the list is quite the accomplishment. Most people at least get 2. So, somehow... So, yeah, I don't know. I guess congratulations to the dev for being one of the very few 1s on the list. Okay, Aqua Ippan. It's kind of like a Contra-looking game. This is a demo for a work-in-progress game, and is not representative of the final product, so that means the gameplay, graphics, and sound design are not final, and all subject to potential changes later on. Flee from your pursuers with only your diving gear and some help from local hooligans. After achieving an artifact buried at the bottom of a lake, student divers Ito and Yena find themselves being hunted by a local armed group called Vigilante, looking to steal their treasure. Now the pair must escape the region and bring their artifacts back to their school. Heavily inspired by arcade games from the 90s, Aqua Ippan is a shoot-'em-up platformer game currently in development that can be played by 1 or 2 players. Despite being a modern game, it feels and plays like a true arcade classic and pays homage to Metal Slug series with its art style, detailed animation, and jazz fusion music. While they are underarmed, these divers make up for it with their flexibility and speed. They're capable of shooting their spear guns quickly at multiple different angles. You can also rescue some kids. Kids part with the spray gang. Am I too tired? Am I misreading that? What? They can also rescue some kids part with the spray gang that got caught vandalizing the place, which in return can help the divers by closely following them and attacking anyone trying to sneak up on their savior. To help even the playfield, the duo can come across and collect these helpful items during their escape. So the carbonated drink packs, quite a punch. So it's the 1-Up soda, oxy tanks, and brick box. So it's life, a weapon, I guess. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Ooh, diving gear. Where the fuck is their school located for them to be hunted by an armed group of people? I don't know. Probably somewhere in Latin America, Colombia or something. Somewhere where the cartel rules. Alright, let's just launch it. I think we need to reset that. We'll launch it over here. Alright. It's open in a window about the size of VX Ace. If I just press Alt-Enter, will it full screen it? Yeah. It full screened it and stretched it. That's terrible. I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it did stretch it. Okay, then I'll have to do it like... Oh. Oh, I can make... I can maximize the stretchiness of it. Let's make it really thin. Ooh, can I stretch it across both monitors? Oh, yeah. Extra wide. I can't read chat. It's covering up OBS. Extra wide. How do you insert a credit? Screen settings. Okay, that did nothing. Huh? What is with these controls? Okay, first of all, the joke is over. Let's manage to get this under control. Such metal slug. Window needs to keep aspect ratio. I need to do that for mobile screen fit, but it would stretch the pixels. Why the fuck would you do that? Anyways, none of... Oh, what was that? What did I push? That was not a common key. C? V. V? Why is it V? Okay, yeah, but it's going off into the corner now. Did it actually, if I do that, okay. Oh, that's interesting. It'll actually tell me the resolution if I stretch it out. Hang on. So if I do wide game again, yeah, we're at Here, let's pull it all the way over here. There we go. That's the resolution we're at. Wait. If I can push it off to the side like this, can I keep stretching it out? Oh no, it has a limit. No. I was hoping I could just keep stretching it and then just pushing it back and then stretching it. Anyways, there we go. At least it puts it in the proper aspect ratio. Except, oh my god, you can't full screen it and have it keep the correct proportions. Alright, hopefully they'll fix that before the final release, because that's annoying. Also, V. Why the fuck is it V? Controls. WASD makes sense. J to oh, okay, it's doing a two-handed thing. But V is like, why V? K. It's the jump back. I is credit. Why is it not like space? Huh? Oh. Right. There's nowhere to rebind V. I don't see V anywhere. If I set to defaults, yeah, that's I. Jump. Actually, that should be space. And then, I don't know, we'll put credits on... Actually, fine. I is fine. 1 is start. F1. It can't be F1 because I used that. Credit should be the start button. I don't have a start button. Maybe enter. Enter would be a good credits button. There we go. F1. It can't be F1 because I use that to change cameras. So, can't be the F keys. I don't know what its purpose is for. We'll just put it on T, I guess. Sure. This version of Neo Radium is up to date with the latest online release. Okay, good to know. The copyright information on the title screen has been updated to match the release of this ROM. Okay, right on. ROM settings. I see they're really going all in on this like arcade thing, aren't they? So, I mean, I would prefer to lower it to normal, but this is what they've set it to by default, right? And I don't lower the difficulty anymore. I'm playing the game based on what the developers think is the appropriate difficulty. What they think is the balanced mode. Okay, so I think I enter. Yeah, there we go. Start. Oh gosh, what was start? It was 1, right? These controls, man. Alright ladies, let's do a quick recap before you leave. You can comfortably swim or walk around while wearing the Oltec wetsuit. Quality stuff. This is nice and all, but this is totally pointless, right? Like, cause we don't have the arcade controls there. So that means nothing to me. I think it was J. I'll figure it out. Okay, that was L, I think. There's not D. Ah. Ah. There we go, it's dead. Yep, this is low budget Metal Slug. Oh. Can I go down there? Oh, I can. Huh. How do I get out of this? Oh, can I jump up there? Oh, come on. Get out of here with that shit. Oh. I swear I actually jumped before that hit me, but right on. There we go. They're dead. How come I didn't pick him up? Get the kid. I mean, it's kind of cool. It feels nice to move and shoot, but yeah, it's a tried and true formula, right? Oh, what the fuck? Ah, I didn't mean to jump on that. Alright, I have the bricks. Oh my gosh, it's put in such a terrible spot. Oh, it's still going. Ooh. Oh. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I'm a fan of some of this arcade stuff. This is way too long of a boss fight for me. But I have a friend that I imagine would really enjoy this game. Yeah. A is fine. Huh? Okay. Oh, I have to actually... I almost kind of don't like how faithful it is to the arcade. Like, some of the really jank controls, because if you're using, like, you know, an arcade stick, it's just... But maybe that's what they want. Maybe they actually want to release this for the, like, arcade system. There's some, like, homebrew stuff. So maybe that's the point. But I don't know. Using it on the PC, there's just... It's like... The dedication to arcadeness is, Oh, that's it? Oh, that's a short demo. Well, that's good for me, because I'm tired anyways, but... Oh, that's fine. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure maybe that's just what they want. Maybe that's the plan is for it to be like some released for some like homebrew arcade cabinet. But again, as best fled divers, I have no idea. But again, playing it on PC, not being aware of what its future plans are, some of that stuff was just, it felt unnecessary. It was just kind of being jank. Because I don't know, because it wants to be an arcade cabinet when it's not. The weird key bindings were just whack, man. Which is the polish, and I guess I'll give it a point for accessibility since it had rebinding keys. I mean, it's not RPG Maker, and RPG Maker is where I'm usually lenient because RPG Maker devs never fucking add rebindable keys, but whatever, I'll give it to them. Clarity, it's fine. It's an arcade game. It's meant to be pick up and shoot. You don't even really need a tutorial. It's just go. MAME ROMs. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. That was the word I was looking for. MAME. Balance, honestly, for what it's going for, it feels right. The unique identity part, though, that one's a kind of a toss-up, right? Yeah, unplayable without rebinding the keys. I'm sure people may have I could see arguments for both sides of whether giving them a point for unique identity or not is... like, I can see both sides of that argument. I'm going to go ahead and give them the point, but I realize that it's basically Metal Slug, and therefore doesn't really have a unique identity that stands out. But I don't know. I'm going to say the fact that it's so dedicated to being an arcade game, a MAME ROM, is kind of unique to it. I hate it. I think that it creates a lot of unnecessary jank, but it is unique. So, yeah. Alright, well, anyways, I'm glad that that demo was really short. I'm tired, so let's go ahead and call it here. This is your friendly reminder that next week there will be no stream. I'll be back the following weekend. Not sure with what. Maybe I'll be playing Mr. Orc's game. I want to give a second shot at Herald Land. I don't know if we'll be able to finish it because it took such a long time just to get 3 roller coasters, I think it was, or was it 2? I don't remember. But anyways, it took such a long time to get to that point. I don't think we'll actually be able to finish the Herald Land. But I do want to have one more follow-up on that, just for fun. So, I don't know. Maybe we'll come back with that. I don't know. But, yeah. Thanks, man. Thanks for joining, as always. And I guess I will see you guys next time in 2 weeks. So, thank you very much. Bye.